Obviously, philosophy and what I've gotten here has meant a lot to my life. If it didn't, I wouldn't have gone on and pursued graduate school. I wouldn't be teaching in philosophy right now. I want to say, on top of that, philosophy clearly, the major matters a lot to everybody who's come here in a couple different ways. First, people from around the country have come here just for 6 to 8 minutes of talking. And on top of that, the faculty here have come in on a Saturday and a day off to spend time talking about philosophy. Clearly, philosophy matters. For me, the study of philosophy, specifically in the context of a liberal arts education, and I've been at state universities for a long time, and I want to say there's something special about studying philosophy and learning philosophy from a liberal arts education. For me, I've been convinced that the study of philosophy and philosophy majors in this context really is about two very different things. First, philosophy is about unmooring ourselves from convention and becoming adrift in the world. Most of the time, most people live in an unreflective world. We do things because that's the way our parents did them, that's the way our community did them, that's the way people around us did them. Simply, we believe things because we accept them to be true, because it seems obvious they're true. In short, it is easy to fall into the trap of living in a world where we do things because that's the way things are done. To me, philosophy is a rejection of this conventional life. Philosophy rejects living this way. And major here, learning this way. Coming from my community before coming here, I learned that it was okay to reject these components. I can tell you how many times over the years students have complained to me, or said to me, appears to me, that philosophy just asks questions. It doesn't give any answers. To me, this couldn't be further from the truth. Philosophy gives lots of answers. It just doesn't tell you which answers are correct. You can think of Kant, that if there was one singular right answer that we could all simply memorize and act upon, we would. But philosophy tells me as well that if we were to simply follow this one answer and memorize it, it would defeat the whole purpose of philosophy. It would become a conventional belief no different from any other. Now, the second realization. For me, the second realization I have about philosophy, and I had it here in my very first class, is that philosophy is an incredibly practical field. The content of philosophy is. Not just the skill set, which everybody's talked about. I do think the skill set is valuable as well. But the very first piece of philosophy that I read, that was assigned to me, was René Descartes' Meditations on First Philosophy. Now, most of you probably are thinking to yourself, how is this a practical work with its evil geniuses and its philosophical zombies and its wax tablets and all these types of things? But I think that focus and the fun parts of that, all of it is fun, but the things that are most memorable from that miss the point. To me, when I look at that, he lays out at the very beginning that there are any problem, or how difficult, there is a set of 4 concrete ways that you can break down, individualize, deal with those problems. To me, it told me that philosophy can answer problems. It can give us not just tools, but solutions. Now, what is the best way to find a solution that I can be certain of its truth? Now, the very last piece of philosophy that I read here in my senior year, the last thing I read in philosophy was Albert Camus' The Myth of Sisyphus. Again, to me, this is a work of incredible practical value. The most basic question, why should I bother continuing to get up and carry on in the face of the absurdity that is life? Why bother when the boulder has rolled to the bottom of the hill, to turn around and walk down and believe to myself, this time it'll be different. I will get that rock up there. Now, these two works aren't especially unique in this approach. I actually use them because I think they're good bookends of my career here. But all of philosophy is about how do we solve basic problems. Rather than this theoretical components, I see it as dealing with the most basic fundamental questions. Who am I? What do I believe? What do I make of the world around me? What do I want out of my life? How can I be the best version of myself possible? How can I make my community better? How can I make a difference? And fundamentally, where do I go from here? I can think of no more practical, useful, or core questions than these, and these are at the heart of philosophy. Yet, these same questions are the ones that convention and conventional thinking are most prone to trap us into complacent thinking about. So me, the in-depth study of philosophy as part of a liberal arts education has provided me, still provides me, with the ability to find practical solutions without the comfort of conventional thinking. It's about finding solutions for myself that work for myself.